The ROG Ally is currently on sale, £399 in the UK. That's about £200 off of its normal price. And I'm looking at Reddit like, guys, you might want to get this. But on reflection, and as someone that's had this for about 2 weeks, I'm already noticing certain things that I really should have considered a bit better before I made the decision of getting it. Hello there, it's your boy T Peters, T's Wavy Life. I've kind of just been thinking about the ROG Ally. I've had it for 2-3 weeks now. It feels like 3 or 4. I feel like I've had it for ages. You know when you go out with someone and you really bond and you feel like the conversation has been so good that you've just been chatting, you've known them all your life. That's what it's feeling like right now when I have the ROG Ally. It really feels like I've just been on this so much. And to be honest, I probably have been. I've probably been on this like every single day since I've had it without failure. I've picked this up, taken it with me somewhere. In fact, it's been harder not to take it with me anywhere than it has been to take it with me to places. So anyway, this video is for the people that are considering getting the cheaper ROG Ally. If you think that you're going to get the cheaper one, then I want you to consider these things because there is a lack of space on it. There's only 512 gigabytes. So honestly, from my experience, I'm getting 2 super games and then a bunch of like indie and small games. So, but by that I mean I've got Black Ops 6 and I've got Apex Legends. They're quite big. So I have space for 2 of those, but then the rest of my catalogue is like my personal library. Hollow Knight, Hades 2, a couple other games, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, and they're smaller games. So if you think you're gonna go and live off the cheaper console, then I want you to consider doing these things. So the first thing, what you could do, and the most popular answer, is actually just upgrade your SSD. You can literally open the back of this with some screws and you can replace the internal storage yourself. So once you buy this, like I said, £399 on sale, you could invest the money that you would have paid for the rest of the ROG Ally. You could invest that in an SSD. I've been told 2 terabytes. I went on Reddit last week, put a post up. What would you buy? Like, what would you recommend for increasing the capacity? And everyone's saying 2 terabytes, definitely. People that tend to buy the 1 terabyte one seem to regret their decision quite quickly because they realize that they can only get a few games on the ROG Ally. So most people that end up buying it, they end up having like a couple AAA games and that's it. Now they don't have space for anything else. So 2 terabytes seems to be kind of that good amount where, you know, you can still get loads of games, all your favorite games and more with 2 terabytes. And honestly, if you think about it, if you play console games, that's pretty true. I've got the Xbox Series X, the S and the PS5, and actually like I can't be happy with my storage. Every time I get a game, I end up maxing out the console somehow. And like I don't even have that many games. But it's crazy. Like 1 TB is not a lot like it used to be. So yeah, 2 seems to be it seems to be a good investment for the future, because as these games get bigger, 2 terabytes will give you just enough to keep up with the updates. So yeah. But I want to move on to the second thing, and that is picking up some subscriptions for cloud gaming. Actually, I think opinions are skewed because the quality of cloud gaming seems to differ depending on where you try it. So for example, I really struggle with PlayStation's cloud gaming service. Connecting the cloud of my PS5, which is right there, to my phone, my laptop, it's terrible. It's always lagging. I never get good quality image. Like, it's not a good experience. It's hard to even connect to the console. So I can imagine people will try the more accessible ways of getting cloud gaming, like using the PlayStation Remote Play or even Xbox Games Pass, and they don't seem to get the best experience. And I think that it's a shame because cloud gaming can, for some, be almost better than playing it natively if you haven't got good equipment. I used GeForce Now by Nvidia, and wow, I used the free tier, amazing. I barely struggled, unless I was running off like mobile data, which I would tend to do sometimes to try it out or go to like a hotel. If I'm at home and I'm using that GeForce Now, I was playing Destiny fluidly. I had no issues. I had that paired up with the Backbone gaming controller on my phone. It was great. So I don't see why doing it with this would be a problem. And then I also paid, I think it was £20 a month for GeForce Now's, higher tier subscriptions. Because if you didn't know, GeForce Now was a free service. They give you free access to playing all your PC library online for free. So as long as you own a game, if you sign up for GeForce Now, you can play that game on PC as long as they have it on their service. So I was playing Destiny 2, I was playing Call of Duty, I was playing Overwatch. Keep in mind, these are all online only games for the most part, and I was running them smoothly. The higher tiers, if you start paying money into that subscription, you can get some really, really quality gameplay. I think it goes up to 4K with using the RTX graphics cards. So I'm not gonna lie, if you don't wanna get in to your console, if you don't want to unscrew it and take it apart, you want to keep it as it was unpurchased, then if you want to, you could go the cloud gaming route, buy your PC library on here, build it up, and if there's any like games that you don't necessarily need installed, maybe online only games or games that you kind of play really casually, maybe you can get them on GeForce Now. Think about that. I think, yeah, that would be really good. One bonus issue that you should probably know, because if you've done any research, if this is the first video you've ever seen to do with this product, then I'm going to break it to you now. There are many cases and stories that this machine has a SD slot, so you can plug in an SD card into one of the IOs, and if you put your micro SD in, there is evidence that the machine might actually cause it to fail. So you don't want to use an SD card with the ROG Ally Z1 Extreme because it has a tendency to fail. Honestly, I don't think you should do it because you'll be wasting your money, you'll be wasting your time. I mean, micro SD is so much slower anyway to play games off than your NVMe drive, which is in the system. That's the first thing. So I wouldn't have done it anyway, unless you're gonna put like really small games. But knowing that it's gonna break your thing, yeah, it don't make sense. It is a waste of a port. They should just not have done it, to be honest. That could have been something else in there, like another USB. It would be nice to have two USB-Cs, but that's what they wanted to do. And my thing is like, I paid for this at a cheaper price, knowing that it meant I can't use a micro SD card, and I can live with that. Other people can't. Some people can't live with the fact that it's got an issue with the SD. But for me, I can live with that because I'm not going to use it. I use my micro SD cards for my cameras and my Switch, but I'm not using the micro SD for the ROG Ally. So I can be happy without it. I don't even need to think about it too much. And there'll be a time where people don't even talk about this no more, so then I really won't think about it. But yeah, you need to keep that in mind. That's my bonus point for you. And then finally, my last thing to say is that I failed at this, but it could be a good idea that if you're going to buy the cheaper ROG Ally, you could consider only using it for indie games and story-driven smaller games. If you get this for that, and then delegate your bigger gaming experience to another console, like the PS5, like the Xbox, or your PC if you've got a PC, then I think you'll be very calm having this. I can't do that though, I'm gonna be honest. I love my AAAs, and to be able to play a AAA game on this is to me like amazing. I'll rather do that and have worse graphics than sometimes play on the monitor. I've got my 2K monitor behind me and then a 4K TV, and I'm like, sometimes I don't want to do that. Playing on here just feels better. because it's like more comfortable. And for my lifestyle, I'm a music artist. I go to the studio and I go to offices like all the time. I'm always traveling. So to get my AAA experience like in my downtime when I'm in another location outside of my gaming setup, it's more valuable to me than graphics and things like that. I feel more grateful as a gamer this way, to be honest, and I don't feel as kind of burnt out. Sometimes I'm at my desk, I'm doing work, and I look at my computer screen thinking about my Xbox or whatever. Man's burnt out from the screen. I'm trying to get off, like, not screen time, I'm trying to get off chair time. I'm trying to reduce my chair time, just sitting on this chair all day. So yeah, it's failed for me getting indie games only on here because I love my triple A's. But if you're a type of gamer that don't need, triple A's in your gaming experience, then honestly, go for it. You'll be very fine. 512 gigabytes is calm. That's fine. So I guess that's all I wanted to say today. That's my video. Those are the considerations that you might want to make if you're going to get the cheaper ROG Ally. And I don't mean the normal ROG Ally without the Z1 Extreme. I'm talking about the Z1 Extreme version because that's on sale right now. It's really cheap. And honestly, I wouldn't even recommend the cheaper version of the ROG Ally. Just the ROG Ally Z1 Extreme instead of the X. Okay? So like, comment, subscribe if you like the video. Let me know if you want any more from me, or what you want from me, should I say, if you choose to subscribe. I love my ROG Ally. I hope you love yours too. It's sale season. Consider it. And if you watch this when it's not sale season, well, my current recommendation is wait for some sort of sale. I wouldn't get it at full price, quite expensive. I got mine at £480. Right now, people can get it at £399. I think that's a good. To me, those prices are worth it. But I would not buy it at £599. No, I wouldn't do that. You might as well get the X. But that's it. Take care. I'll see you soon. This is my wavy life.